Remember why you are practicing meditation. Why do it? Shumyo 정글에 라라니 나모라 단나라야야 나마카야 바루기 제세바라야 모지사라바야 마사라바야 마가우니가 옴사바바에 수라란나가라야 다사명나마카리라. It's a beautiful day today, and today is Wednesday, May 31st. Almost half the year went by. It's amazing. I have a couple quick announcements. First, many of you already know, this Saturday we're having our free workshop, the 10 ox herding pictures. Now let's see, this video is coming out on Friday, so if you're watching this on Friday, you still have time to register for that. Go to jasonquinzen.com. If you're not able to attend this workshop, I will have a recording for the Patreon community, so if you're supporting us on Patreon, you will have access to this workshop. Next announcement, I've been talking about this one for a long time. It's my new series on my YouTube channel where I'm meeting with other Buddhist and Zen teachers. We're going to talk about Buddhism, Zen, meditation, life, all kinds of different things. Well, that's finally happening. I'm meeting with Doug Smith tomorrow. Now, some of you might know him from his YouTube channel, Doug's Dharma. We're going to meet tomorrow and record our discussion. I don't know when I'll edit that video, probably next week. So stay tuned for that. I'm still not even sure what I'm calling this series. I feel like I'm getting close. A lot of you all gave me some good ideas. So watch out for that one. I think the last thing I want to share is some meditation tips. Now, these are tips that I've used in my practice and I've shared with other practitioners. So I think what I'll do is we'll go back, make some coffee, and let's talk about it. So here are the 5 tips that I want to share with you about meditation practice. The first tip is doing it. I hear so many times that people are too busy to practice meditation. I completely understand that because I feel very busy as well. So my biggest tip for this is, if you get up at 7, set your alarm clock for 6:30. If you get up at 6:30, set your alarm clock for 6. Sometimes it's just really hard to get into the practice habit. I once heard if you do something 3 times, you start to develop a habit. So that's all. It's pretty simple. Now I know some people's situations may vary, maybe practicing in the evenings better. I've actually heard one woman who used to put her kids to bed, then put her husband to bed, and she sat in the closet at night. Also, do a practice schedule that makes sense for your situation. I've heard of someone saying, I'm going to set 3 sitting periods with walking meditation in between, then I'm going to do some chanting. First of all, that's a lot to do, especially when people are busy, but also, can you sustain that? Some people may be able to do it for a month, 2 months, but then eventually they stop practicing altogether. So do something that makes sense for your situation. Even if it's just 20 minutes of sitting meditation a day, it's enough. Take advantage of that time and make it something that you can sustain. My next tip, which is a pretty big tip, and for me it developed over time, is remember why you are practicing meditation. Why do it? Many of us know from our experience, if we want something out of the practice, we will be dissatisfied. I talk about this a lot in my videos. Either we don't get what we want, dissatisfied. We do get what we want, can't keep it. We get what we want more. Or we want it to be a little bit different. So remember, Buddhist teaching is actually quite simple. Wake up to our enlightened nature, help this world. It's quite simple. I made some other videos about motivation talking about this, so I'll put a link down below to one of the videos I'm thinking of offhand. Sometimes we just kind of run out of motivation. So if we have a bigger why behind the meditation practice, that will help motivate us and get us on the cushion. And it also makes our meditation clear, because that's something we can start using in our lives. The next tip I often talk about when I'm giving meditation instruction, and it's probably more important than any of the forms or techniques of meditation. And that tip is, when thinking and feelings arise, don't touch them. That means don't push them away. Don't hold on to them. Everything is just truth. So when you're meditating, just see. Just hear. Let thinking and feelings come like clouds passing the moon. It appears, then it goes. Outside, there's a bird chirping. Now it has stopped. So everything's appearing, disappearing. Don't get caught up into that appearing and disappearing. This is what causes confusion and frustration. So just let everything be. Don't touch any of it. The next tip I want to share is meditation technique. Now there's many kinds of meditation techniques. Following your breath, counting your breath, doing a mantra or some kind of phrase, or sitting shikantaza. There's no technique. It doesn't matter which one you do. Just pick one and stick to it until you die. The reason why I recommend that is usually people are grasping after something, during meditation. I talked about this earlier. So sometimes maybe you wake up and, I'm not feeling clear about myself. So I'm going to do the practice. What am I? Don't know. Or today, my heart's really heavy. I'm going to do Kwansin Bosa when I sit, right? We're trying to change some kind of experience. And Zen means become one with the experience so it becomes clear and we can digest it. We're not running away from any of these things. So stick to one technique, and that will really help clarify your meditation practice, but it's also something you can use in your life. And I guess that would be my last tip. Number 5 is bringing meditation into your life. Now, you hear this a lot. I think I talk about this a lot, but what does that actually mean? Meditation just means what is happening right now in this situation? How do I respond? So when I'm sitting, doing sitting meditation, my job is to sit. Things may appear, disappear, but I'm not grasping any of those things. So it's just doing my job in the moment. So just sitting, just breathing. Very simple. So when you get up off the cushion, it's exactly the same. If you're cooking breakfast, many things may be happening, many thoughts may be appearing. We're putting our energy into what we're doing. My job is to cook. So now I scramble the eggs. When you're getting into your car and you're driving your car, maybe you're thinking about work, or maybe you're thinking about what you're going to do after work. But we're putting our energy into what's happening. Right now is driving time. All of my energy goes into driving, checking my speed limit, looking in my mirrors, looking over my shoulder when I change lanes. That's all meditation is. So what we're doing on the cushion is no different from what we're doing in our everyday life. So this is where meditation can benefit our lives, help our lives become more clear. Our relationships with other people become more clear. And also the purpose of our life becomes very clear. Those are my 5 tips. I hope you find those helpful. If you have something that has helped your meditation practice, let us know down in the comments. I'd be very interested to hear about it. That's it for me. I hope you're having a clear day, and I will see you all very soon. Imam Maya Barugi Jet Se Barada